Hi everyone, Ben here. Welcome back to the channel. We are seeing this historic breakout in silver, breaking through $50 yesterday, and we're actually trading just a little bit below that here today. This is the spot price here, so 49.89. You see yesterday we were above that $50 mark. And this is why that level is important here. If you look at this bigger chart, 1980, we hit $50, and obviously the market came off. We didn't hit it again until 2011. I do remember the 2011 market. It was extremely euphoric at the time, and then we have hit $50 yesterday, and there didn't seem to be any euphoria whatsoever. um, I don't think anybody really cared about it. And you can see in the valuations of some of these juniors that I'll go over, some of these silver exploration companies, that they haven't really rallied that much, considering silver is hitting that what a lot of people thought was an important level of $50 and certainly has rallied um, a lot here over the last few years, but we're not seeing that response in a lot of these silver exploration stocks. Usually, those exploration stocks are the riskiest stocks, so they do move later in the cycle. And usually, what will happen is that traders will just become more and more emboldened, and eventually they'll take on so much risk that they'll just collapse the market, and they'll just sort of fly a little too high, a little too close to the sun, and then they end up falling. But a lot of people think that this rally is over because we hit $50, and they could be right, but I'm just not seeing a lot of bullishness in the market. And we'll take a look at a few juniors here. This is equity metals. You can see on the chart, 6 month chart, that we've really not done much of anything. And this is a quality company, great management. They have 85 million ounces of silver equivalent at their Silver Queen project, located in a good jurisdiction. It's in central British Columbia. The grade is very high on this. It's about 500 grams per ton. They actually probably have a lot more than 85 million ounces. They've done a fair amount of drilling since they've done the resource estimate. They could have 130 and 100 or 140 million silver equivalent ounces at this time. We don't know exactly because they haven't done a resource estimate for a few years. And so the stock is still very cheap, amazingly somehow very cheap, and trading at 44 cents per silver equivalent in the ground. And you can see these silver exploration stocks get to, $3, $4, $5, even higher than that in a bull market in silver. So it's another indication why I don't think that this silver run is done yet, or at least there's not a lot of hot money flowing into the sector, flowing into these risky juniors. And here's Silver 47. They're trying to position themselves as the leading silver exploration company in the United States or North America. And they've recently done a merger, and they have three projects that have a high grade silver resource on it, and the total silver equivalent ounces that they have between those three projects is around 250 silver equivalent ounces. And there's lots of expansion potential on all three of those properties, and they're trading around 50 cents per silver equivalent ounce in the ground. So, this one again, very cheap, hasn't really performed great. It's been a little bit disappointing. They are waiting on assays from their flagship project, Red Mountain in Alaska. So if we get some good assays back, that could really light a fire maybe under this stock, but it hasn't really performed well. So again, there's a couple there. I have one more to go through, but if you think you've missed this rally, you certainly have it in silver. There's still lots of value in this sector right now. And this one has performed a little bit better. We see the chart here. I squeezed it in here. Of course, silver, it has been forming this uptrend over the last month. They have a very large land package in British Columbia called the Blue Property. And you can see here in this top chart, their silver lime project on that property has this really huge superficial mineralization footprint. And you can see the smallest one here, the white circle, that's the Taylor deposit. These are all CRD deposits, by the way. But that small, even that smallest one is going into production. And so I think they do have the size to be a producing mine. I think there's little question about that. They've also had some good, they don't have a resource estimate out, but they do have some good drill results, including hole 28 here. 6.4 meters of 159 gram per ton silver, 8.7% lead, 7.7% zinc, and 0.23% copper from a very shallow 27 meters. So they have other um, good drill results there as well. But again, no resource estimate on that one. So it's a little bit of a riskier stock, but certainly a lot of potential on this one. And, it has gone up a little bit compared to the other two, but still a good value. And, I don't think the rally is over. I'm not seeing a lot of euphoria in these juniors because we hit $50 an ounce. I would have thought we would have before this, but not seeing a lot of hot money or euphoria in any of these juniors like I did see in 2011 when the market came kind of peaked out at that point and it came off. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I do own shares in all three of those companies I mentioned, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.